Hey, I'm Andre Barrett, founder of Business Launch Academy. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to scale your business from 0 to 6 or 7 figures and even beyond. The first thing I'm going to start with is what not to do. These are mistakes that I've personally made before myself in the past, and having worked with and consulted for numerous early stage entrepreneurs and startups, I've seen all the common mistakes that cause businesses to fail. The first common mistake you can make is to start with the business plan. This is a huge misconception. I've seen people spend weeks and even months putting together a business plan. They do the market research, SWOT analysis, the financial analysis, all of which takes ages to do. Mostly, you end up making things up, creating pie-in-the-sky numbers about what the business can earn. Trust me, I've done it before myself. Usually, the hope is that someone will take you seriously enough to fund your business. If you raise money from a business plan, the most likely outcome is that you are going to fail after wasting your time and energy and other people's money. The next mistake you can make is to go with no plan at all. You just wing it and see what happens next. Now, I'm not sure who this quote belongs to, but failing to plan is the same as planning to fail. Okay, so if a business plan will make you fail, and with no plan at all you're destined to failure, what do you do instead? What you do is use a framework. A framework that is put together based on fundamentals. That way, if you follow the framework, you ensure that you cover all the business fundamentals. This particular framework that I'm about to show you was given to me by a mentor. I paid this guy over $20,000, and that didn't even include personal one-to-one coaching. But now, I use this framework to grow and manage all of my businesses, and I buy and start one at least once a year. Let me show you what this framework is and how you can apply it for yourself. Every business is just a set of processes, right? Now, for every business, the processes might be different, but every single business without fail has to have what I call the 4 key functions. What are the 4 key functions? Well, every business, large or small, has to follow these 4 key functions to make money. You can think of them as fundamental processes. That means, without exception, every single business has to have the 4 key functions defined by the letters M, S, O, F, MSOF. And it's these key functions that successful businesses master to become hugely profitable. So what does MSOF stand for? MSOF stands for marketing, sales, operations, and finance. Marketing is how you get your product or service noticed. Sales is how you facilitate the sales of your product or service. Operations is how you deliver your product or service. And finance is how you manage your money to make your business grow. The best way to illustrate why these key functions are so important and why you need to think of them as a framework is this. You can think of any business like a river with multiple dams. Each dam is a key function of MSOF. The water that flows through these dams is like money. And when money flows through all the dams and gets to the end, it's like money in your bank account. So the question now is, what happens if any of the dams are closed? Well, it's impossible for money to flow through. And this is why businesses fail. It's vitally important, therefore, that MSOF is executed effectively for a business to thrive. So here is the common challenge that startups or early stage businesses have. If you are an early stage business owner, chances are that it's you alone doing all the marketing, doing the sales, maybe even doing the operations, and you for sure are managing the finances. If you want to scale your business, well, it's impossible because you become the bottleneck. Even worse, if you don't know any marketing and you're not so hot on sales, that's likely to cause your business to fail. So, how do you overcome this challenge to grow to 6 or 7 figures? Well, hopefully it's common sense that you need to let the key functions of MSOF act independently without you. That is, your marketing, sales, operations, and even your finances have to be set up in a reliable, consistent way that doesn't depend on you as the business owner. Now, this may seem like a daunting task at first, but it's not that difficult. In this next part of the video, I'm going to show you how to go about it. Let's use an online coffee shop business as an example. This business wants to sell premium packs of coffee through their online e-commerce store. Let's apply MSOF to this business. The way to do it is to break down each key function of MSOF into a list of activities or tasks. These tasks can be a one-off, or they can be ongoing, done on a daily or weekly basis. It's best to use a tool to help you with this. I use a tool called Trello. In Trello, I create an MSOF board and I define each key function as a list in that board. What you want to do is create enough tasks to get you to a certain goal. For example, let's say you create all the tasks to get you to a six-figure income in your business. Once you have the tasks, you prioritize and you decide which is the most important to work on next. You then move the most important tasks into a weekly focus board. This will give you a set of high-level tasks that you're going to commit to completing in the space of a week. In the weekly focus board, before you begin the high-level task, you need to break it down into subtasks with checklists. These checklist items act as granular instructions on how to get something done. The checklist is what guarantees that a task is done to a high level of quality. How do you know your checklist is done well? I use something called the grandmother test. If you can give this task to your grandmother and she can follow all the instructions and complete it without supervision, then it's a well-defined task. Once the task is well-defined, you can move it in the to-do column of your weekly focus board, ready to get started. Okay, so why have we done all this? Well, now it gives us the ability to delegate the task. We can even look to automate the task with software where possible. This is the beginning of allowing us to not have the key functions rely on us as business owners. We will work through the MSOF tasks, delegating where possible and supervising where needed. By the time we get to the end, we should have accomplished our goal of reaching six figures. Using MSOF in this way keeps us focused and ensures we get to our goal by taking one step at a time. Now, what I can guarantee is that if you use the MSOF framework correctly, you can easily scale your business to 6 or 7 figures and even beyond. Now, what I can't guarantee, however, is that you'll have the skills or the mindset to be able to do it. What do I mean by that? Let me show you what could be holding you back from your dream desires. I have been an entrepreneur for many years, starting, failing, starting again, and then failing again. I have wasted countless hours, sacrificed time with friends and family, spent hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to build businesses that didn't work. After a while, I became depressed. I couldn't understand why, after spending loads of money on courses, developing skills an entrepreneur needed, I couldn't make anything successful. On many occasions, I thought I had it all figured out, only to fail again, get into more debt, and struggle to pay it off. I reached out to one of my previous mentors complaining about the problem, and I'll never forget the short, sharp response that came back in that email. Maybe it's your mindset, he said. At first, I didn't fully appreciate what he meant, but then I started researching and asking myself these questions. What mental models did my upbringing give me that allowed me to be successful? Was I taking part in self-sabotage because I believed I didn't deserve to have money? What limiting beliefs did I hold that would prevent me from taking the right course of action when necessary? Who did I have to hold me accountable for any of my actions? Did I have anyone around me that was doing the same thing as me that I could use for moral support? When I started asking myself these questions, it became very clear what was missing. Being brought up in a poor family, I was simply never given the right mental programming to allow me to become hugely successful. I also didn't have the right environment to allow me to thrive. Once I knew my mindset was the problem, I actively worked on trying to fix it. About 1 year later, I qualified as a certified mindset coach. I now fully understood how to reprogram myself to get what I desired in life. And now I had the keys, I wanted to start unlocking the vault for other business owners too. That's why I started Business Launch Academy. It's a 6-month accelerator program designed to fast-track business owners to a 6 or 7-figure business. Something that took me years to achieve can be fast-tracked when given the right knowledge, tools, and guidance. If you were like me, you didn't grow up with any entrepreneurs around to guide and support you. If you were like me, you grew up in a poor family. And what's often the case with poor people is they condition their kids with a poor person's mindset. What does this mean for you? It means you've been trained to think about money in a way that will only ever lead to a poverty outcome. Did you know, for example, that entrepreneurs make 12 times more money than an average salary employee in the space of their lifetime? Yet, if you were brought up like I was, you were told to go to school, study hard, and get good grades just so you could get a good job. Now, if you've managed to figure out that there's a better life out there for you, it means you have the calling. The goal of Business Launch Academy is to help those being called to break the poverty cycle. So let's go over how it works. As soon as you enroll into Business Launch Academy, you get given access to courses. These courses are designed to give you knowledge in all the areas of the key MSOF functions. As you already know, courses are not enough. So what we then do is overlay the mindset principles that allow you to execute MSOF effectively. There's weekly group coaching sessions. These have the benefit of regular check-ins to see how you're doing and get regular feedback. They are a chance to learn, ask questions, and ensure you stay motivated and on track. There's also community support from that group. You'll get access to a messaging platform that allows you to connect and interact with the community. You can share experiences and feel uplifted by people around you that think the same way you do. Being an entrepreneur is a very lonely experience, so having people around you that you can connect with helps you to feel validated. Then there's the bi-weekly one-to-one personal coaching sessions. Firstly, we do a business strategy session and help you to get your MSOF framework in place. The check-in every 2 weeks gives you accountability to make sure you stay 100% focused and get the task done effectively. I'll be watching you as you go and deciding which mindset issues we need to work on to make sure you stay productive. There's zero chance of self-sabotage when someone's watching over you. The fact that the Academy is over a 6-month period will allow you to form really good habits. I have noticed it takes around 3 months to get someone's mindset transitioned to ensure you're moving in the right direction. The 3 extra months make sure those good habits are solidified and working for you. On top of all of that, you get email and messaging support. You can email or direct message anytime with a query. You will get technical support. If there's any issue with your website, software, or tools that you're using, just let someone know and we'll be there to guide you through it. You get assistance with your website copy and every other marketing and branding element. We want you to attract customers automatically, so we make sure this is on point. I'm pretty sure no other program in the world offers this level of support for entrepreneurs. Mindset, business mastery, fellowship, and accountability. I'm so confident in the level of success that we give to business owners, I even throw in a 100% money back guarantee. If we don't make your money back in 6 months' time, we give you a 100% refund. Or we throw in 3 months worth of coaching absolutely free. No other program is willing to give you that kind of guarantee because no other program is as confident at getting you results. For anyone who is interested in the Business Launch Academy, it's easy to enroll. Book in for a free consultation. We'll take some details from you and then we'll jump on a call to learn more about you and your business. On the call, we can answer any questions you have about the program and then we can decide together if it's a good fit for you. If we believe the program is a good fit for you, then we'll discuss enrollment details, including when the next cohort begins and what you need to do to prepare. And that's it. Space is limited because we can only coach so many people in a single cohort. Usually it's around 10 or so. This keeps the quality of the experience high for everyone. We only run a few of these every year. So if you're interested, make sure you register as soon as possible so you don't miss out. We prioritize those who register sooner rather than later. Thanks for watching, and I really hope to share in your success soon. All the best.